Hi there, this is Maria, and today we're going to learn how to create this table, very simple and parametric in Revit. So this is going to be our final result on this family creation, and to create it we have to go to the open page in Revit. So let's click in here, and in the families tab we have to click on new, and here you will find different family templates in different languages. So as I'm going to work with meters, let's click on English, and you will find different categories for family creations. On this case, we're going to choose the furniture metric family template. Let's click open. When it opens, you will find this ref level window, and it has these reference planes, one for the center, which is the left and the right, and this other one that is front and back. And this point in the middle is the center of the family that we are going to create. The most important thing to keep in mind when creating a parametric family is that all the geometry has to be attached to ref planes. That is how we can add different parameters to the geometry. Let me show you. So to create ref planes, we have to go to Create, and in the Data tab, click on Ref Plane, or RP for the shortcut. We're going to draw two new ref planes that are going to be parallel to this center line. That it's going to work, so we have to create a dimension from left to the right. So the geometry is going to change equally for both sides. So to do that, we have to click on this EQ, and then we have to create a dimension for the width of the table, and this is going to be X. All right. Then we are going to do the same on this horizontal axis. We're going to create two ref planes, and then we're going to create a dimension from the top to the bottom and click on this EQ. Then we're going to add another dimension for the total length of the table. So here we have our first ref planes. Now that we have the general dimensions, now we are going to add some parameters to them. So let's click on this dimension, and in this Label tab, click on Create Parameter. Here we are going to find the parameter type. We are going to choose this family parameter. I will tell you about the share parameters on another video because it's not very complex, but it's more complex. Now we will keep with this family parameter, and we're going to name it whatever you want. I'm going to call it width. And then you have this type and instance parameter options. So if you have seen my last video about type versus instance, you will be able to identify which one are the two of these. So I'm going to keep this type because we want to create one type and then being able to duplicate them with different dimensions. So let's keep on type and click OK. I'm going to do the same with this other one. I showed you how to create parameters with these general dimensions, but now we are missing the table legs, so I'm going to create the last of these of the ref planes. And now we should dimension these ref planes so they obey to something. And it is very important to learn that if we are going to have a leg here, 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 and here, we have to create the dimensions from the edge of the table to the other side, so our leg is going to increase or decrease to the side that we want. So for example, in this case, we're going to create a dimension from left to right, on this other from right to left, and then these ones from top to bottom, and this other one from the bottom to the top. And now we have to label this as the same way as we label these ones. So let's click in here, all of them, And in the parameters, we are going to create leg thickness. Let's click OK. And now we have the same thickness for all of them. We are almost there. We have one dimension left, which is going to be the height of the table. And we are going to create a ref plane for the top and a ref plane beneath for the thickness of the table. So we are going to create a new dimension from this ref plane, which is going to be our host of the table. Let's click in here to the top, and this is going to be our new parameter for height. Okay, and then for the thickness, we're going to create another dimension from the top to the bottom, because we want to have this thickness to increase from the top of the table, from the edge to the lower side. So let's click here and let's add a table thickness. Okay, and here we have all the parameters that we want for this table. Finally, and the most fun part maybe for me is to create the geometry. So let's go to the ref level view, and we are going to create a form. We have different options. You have extrusions, blends, revolve, sweep, sweep blend, and voids. But for this table, we are going to create an extrusion, which is a solid form that is extruded from a ref level. So let's click on extrusion. And we can create from these pick lines, we can pick directly from the ref planes. And then we can trim this to join. And then with this align tool, or AL for shortcut, we're going to align first the ref plane, which is going to be the base, and then the line for all of them. That is how we are going to make sure that this table is going to respond to the dimensions that we can customize and change and whatever we want. So let's click on OK on this modify tab and see what happens on a front view. Okay, so this extrusion has gone from the 0 level, which is based on the ref level, this one, 0, and to 2250, as it says here. But as it is an instance parameter, we can change it from here, or in this case, we are going to use our parameters, which are the height and the thickness. So with this arrow, we can drag to the ref plane, or we can just align with AL to our ref planes. And as we did in the ref level view, let's align our geometry to the ref planes. Now that our table is aligned to the ref planes, now we're going to add the final geometry, which is going to be the table legs. So let's go to the ref level, and as we create the table, let's create the legs with this extrusion option. Let's click here, and we can pick the same way the ref planes to attach this geometry to them. Then trim and align them to the ref planes. Let's click OK, and in the front tab, we need now to attach this to the height. So we're going to click on this bottom ref plane. So let's click on lock, and the same for the base and the ref level. Okay, now we can copy the process and align to the other ref planes. In this front view, let's do the same thing for the height of the legs. This is the one that we already aligned. Let's align this other one to the top. And this has been already aligned. Then in this back view, let's align these other ones here and here, and the other one it's already aligned. Now we can try that all the parameters work the way that we want. So let's go to this 3D view and let's arrange this properly. And we're going to click on these family types. And here we will find all the parameters that this family has. They are organized in categories, so they have these constraints, dimensions, AFC parameters, identity, data, and we are going to change the ones that we have created because the other ones are created by default for the family template. And let's change this for maybe 800, and the thickness of the legs can be 50, the length can be 1200, the table thickness maybe 30, and the width of this table can be 800 as well. So let's click OK and see if this changes properly. We can see that this family has changed equally for both of the sides, in the width and in the length, and also in height. So the parameters have been applied correctly. Maybe we can change this one more time. And okay, this works perfectly. So that's the main importance of creating parameters very carefully. So then if we want to create new family types, we can have them in the most quick and efficient way. Finally, we might want to create a material parameter to this table. Let's click on some of the geometry and we will see here on the properties palette this by category material, which is by default. But if we want to create a material parameter, we have to click on this rectangle, and here we can create a new parameter, which is going to be the material. And we can choose whether it's for type and instance as well, but let's keep on type and click OK. OK. And then we can add the same parameter to these legs. Let's click on here, and let's add this material. But maybe we want these legs to be different from these other materials, so we can create another material parameter. So let's click here, and we can say that these legs are going to be different. Legs, material, and let's click OK and click OK. Now that we have created the materials parameters, we can apply a material specific to them. And in the properties parameters, we can see here under materials and finishes our two new parameters, and we can click here on the legs parameter and maybe create a new parameter called, for example, let's rename here to metal, and we can add a color to the rendering, maybe a dark gray. Okay, and let's click on the foreground pattern so we can see on our preview. Okay, and then for the table we can say that it's going to be wood. We can add an image for a realistic view, but now we're going to keep it this way. I'm going to click OK. OK, and now we can see that our legs are now metal and then our table is wood. So that is how the family creation works. That's all for today, but please leave me a comment if you have any question, and see you next time in my new videos. Bye!